Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. What's up? How y'all feeling? How you feeling? What's up, lady? I can't. You on mute, girl. You on mute. You muted yourself. You gotta unmute yourself. I didn't mute you. You gotta unmute it. Yeah, you gotta unmute it. You on mute still. Oh, there you go.
It wouldn't let me. It was like, no, you're not talking today. How you doing, King Simon?
I'm wonderful. How are you viewing? How are you doing today? How are you doing?
I'm okay.
First and foremost, want to say happy. If you celebrate Valentine's or Akoma Day is more our indigenous way of celebrating for a good 7 days. But if you celebrate Valentine's, happy Valentine's to all of you out there. Happy Akoma Day. If y'all had a good time, I hope you're doing well. That's good. We got a special guest coming up at around 8 o'clock time. How was your Akoma Day, your Valentine's Day, my dear? What's going on?
My love day was great. I focused on myself, you know, how we single people do.
Yes. Yeah, me too. I took myself to a movie and bought myself a drink.
I love that. My thing today was I went for my walk, and normally I'm gonna get a treat on my walk. Today I'm like, no, your self-love is to say no. So I just did my walk. I popped into a store, walked around, said hello to a friend, and that was it.
Oh, okay. Wow, that was it. And how was the friend? They doing good? They in relationships or they single too?
I don't even know.
Oh, okay. That's one is fine. I'll just ask the question. Make sure we good. Make sure the Instagram crew is all right. Let me paste up there on Instagram. Where y'all at? Okay. It's something going on. Oh man, no wonder I'm in practice mode. Wait a minute, I'm in practice mode. How that happen? Oh no. How did I get into practice mode on Instagram? I'm gonna have to change that. What the heck happened to me? You're live, but let me see. Edit. Let me see what's happening. And what's the practice mode I'm doing here? I don't know. I didn't even know I went on practice mode. It is what it is. It's just not one of those days. Just one of those days. Just one of those days. You know what I'm saying? You're broadcasting on Instagram, but I'm not broadcasting on Instagram. Darn.
No, I'm broadcasting on Facebook. And
okay. So let me turn off my Instagram. Let me remove that and do it over. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna do it over because it's kind of crazy here. I didn't know I was not doing what I'm supposed to do. But we have a great show that's coming up in the next few seconds. Want everybody to know that. And please, by all means, family, y'all get yourselves ready because this one is going to be a doozy.
Yes.
It's going to be a doozy. This is going to be a doozy. Hold on. Let me just find my Instagram page real quick and make sure we get things lined up. Sorry for the delay, family. I got to create things over again. That's all I'm doing. That's all.
That's okay.
Oh,
that's okay.
That's
we
why.
are here. We are excited, right, everyone?
Yes.
What did everybody get into today? And also drop in the comments where you're watching from. Where in the world? What country? What state? Where are you all from? That's exciting.
It is. It is exciting.
From, because this internet thing, these internet streets allow us to connect with so many people. So share where you are watching from and how you spent your day today. How did you love on yourself? And my motto is we should be loving on ourselves every day. Every day.
Right. Go ahead.
What did you do today?
Oh, wait, hold on 1 second. Let me finish setting up. You keep on talking. I like that you was talking. Go, you keep on talking. Let me finish setting this up here so I can make this happen. I'm gonna put you in the front. I'm gonna put you in the front. Go ahead, do your thing, and let me make sure. Go ahead.
Okay. So, what did I do today? As I said, like I went for a walk, my daily walk. But to me, like today was a regular day. The thing that I need more self-control over is, okay, so what I do is I use motivation to get me to walk or to run a longer distance. So I'll be like, all right, girl, at the end of like a 10K, you can go get a coffee or you can get a treat. And that, like I have an incentive. But I kind of sometimes just overdo it. So I used today to say no. And it was good.
So no was the word of the day. That's what you're telling me.
You don't need it. You're fine.
Wait a minute. No was the word of the day. Listen, are you married? Are you married? No. Do you have a boyfriend? No. All them.
Just one no. And one of my, I've started to get back into Neville Goddard.
Oh yes, I have I have his collection right here behind me.
And everybody needs to start listening to or go pick up some books and read Neville Goddard. So I've been re-listening to his work and just remembering just, what we innately already know, because it is who we are. We are the gods walking in the flesh. And just remembering how easy it is to manifest that we get distracted from. So on my walks, which helped me to really get back into the right vibration to practice manifestation in the most aligned, God-centered way. So I highly recommend it, you guys. Neville Goddard, look up his work.
Yes, I do. Like I said, I have the whole collection, the Neville Goddard collection right here behind me. Man, today I got the chance to see the One Love movie. See, I got my Bob Marley shirt all stuck up. I'm looking like a full Rasta with my Rasta.
I know, right? With your hat.
With my Rasta hat. I went there fully loaded. Yeah, and
wait. You bring us Cliff?
Yeah. Me bring me spliff and me thing there. Me say, yo, nobody can stop me from smoke my ganja inside there,
and that's when they kicked you out. And you're like, come on.
And that's when the guy was cool. He was like, yo, he said, yo, did you coming from Bob Marley? I said, yes, sir. But no, I don't smoke anymore, so that's good. But it was a good show from their perspective. It was good showing from there, and I do encourage people to go see it out because it's more than just One Love. It's revolutionary what Bob did, and I cried a few times, and it wasn't because of death and anything, because they didn't show his death. And I'm not going to give any spoilers, family. It's just that the music was so nostalgic because I grew up with that music. Listening to Simmer Down and and Exodus and all these are music that saved my life during the times when I was going through stuff. And I would work out when I was thinking about, going through, probably at one point in time, suicidal thoughts. Bob gets me out. Burning Spear used to get me out. Certain R&B tunes will get me out. Ain't No Stopping Us Now, and different other two, Love Is a Message. All these things that's a part of my accountability team back in the day. Those was because I wasn't going to therapy because we wasn't thinking about therapy back in those days. So, when I was younger. So it was more music, and we worked out. My cousins used to play Bob. My father played Bob. My mother used to play Gil Bailey in New York and Jeff Barnes, and they played Bob. When we had to clean up on Saturday, you had to clean up the whole stuff, playing music for the whole son. Yeah. That's how we cleaned up. We had fun listening to music, and that's how. So I cried a lot through the movie, and I can actually repeat everything that Bob was saying, and I could feel it from an Aquarian point of view, and it gave me more vision of what I need to do with my numerovation and everything, and how revolutionary and evolutionary I got to be moving forward. And I know what I got to do. And that's why in my 11 personal year cycle, that is the year that you will be more enlightened with what your mission is. And that movie is going to help a lot of people to realize that wherever Bob came from, country to trench town, the ghettos, what they call the ghetto back in those days of trench town, and the rough air. I mean, the story ain't fully going to be told. It's not going to be told, but it was a good movie. After I talked to my cousins who were there and all that kind of stuff, it was like they knew Bob. They knew, my cousin that played the instruments knew Bob. So there's a lot going on. You're seeing a lot of arguments going on online about Family Man and, the family and all that. So, but it's a good movie from that perspective to go and watch and pick up that energy of courage that Bob did just to go on that concert that time after they shot it. And his wife even came out of the hospital like a Leo that she is and he said, boy, you're hard at it, she just came to the, but that's already in the documentary. So it's already good. It's already documentary, already been out there, but that's part there. When
I was just going to ask, because there's so many Bob movies, like many. There's for over 100.
Yeah.
What is the difference between those and this?
But this was a biopic. So this was definitely a movie type thing. It wasn't just a documentary where somebody's talking over things and yes, Bob got shot here and this way the whole, nah. They was really actors and actresses, and they went to Jamaica, they went to England, they went to places to get the authenticity of what they found with Bob. They just didn't mention certain things because it was about that story between him and Rita and their journey and and the children and the music. So it was good. It was good. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Took myself to my mom. Yes, I took myself. Somebody said they took themselves to single. Yeah, we single. We take ourselves to movies like Bob. You know what I'm saying?
Eyes. Yes, girl.
So I'll drink to that.
So I'm excited to dive in deep with our guest today.
Yes, we got a special guest about to come on right now. It's 808. Woo, that's a frequency. 808. Let me read it. Let me see what 808 says in the angel number book. What is 808 in the angel number book? Let's talk about it. Angel number is written by Doreen Virtue. She says 808. 808. Everything you need is supplied to you in abundance. Open your arms to receive all of the good that your creator bestowed on you now. This abundance comes to you in many ways, including ideals, opportunities, and people who offer to help you. Be sure to notice and follow these answers to your prayers. Man, that's 808. So let's on without further ado. Let's bring on my dear friend and someone who just got to meet my friend here, my dear co-host right here, the one, the only. Let's welcome this beautiful sister, man, that has been doing great work. She was married to a great brother. Of course, she was married to the late, great Hashim Nzinga. Let's welcome her on Healing Vibes right here on King Simon Presents, the one, the only, Janeen St. Louis in the building. What's up, Janeen?
Welcome. Hi, how you doing?
How you doing? How you doing? How you feeling today? How you feeling?
I'm feeling blessed.
That's good. I'm glad. Of course, Kerryann, this is Janeen. Janeen, this is Kerryann. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they met back scenes, but I like to make a formal introduction right here now. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, thank you very much for appearing for the first time. I want everybody to make sure y'all get to her links. She's a silversmith, an entrepreneur. You can contact her via IG, which is Janeen St. Louis. Also, her email is the St. Louis Collection at Gmail. And her Cash App is Janeen, $Janeen P. St. Louis. Okay, P. St. Louis. And Venmo at Janeen St. Louis. So, and of course, the topic we got today, man, is a very powerful topic because she's going to be speaking on her love for Hashim Nzinga, who I've had the opportunity to work with behind the scenes while he was with Dr. Khalid and Malik Zulu Shabazz. Powerful brother. We're going to show some pictures of him in the background soon, but I want to make sure we find out who we got here with us, man, because if you go to her shop at the New Black Wall Street booth, what number booth is that?
I believe it's 105.
105, like 105 WBLS. So 105, that's well, it's actually 107, but you know, when you go over there, she makes everything herself, and we're going to talk about her jewelry and all of that in this. But
gorgeous,
yeah, gorgeous. She's a silversmith. She's not just a metalsmith. She's a silversmith. Matter of fact, she is Mrs. Smith. I know, right? The Mrs. Smith. But how you doing? Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much. Man.
Well, thank you for having me. I am nervous, so forgive me.
I know.
It's okay.
It's okay.
And talk about him publicly because it's a emotional, personal,
of course,
journey and a wonderful experience that I was on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that I, with the exception of a couple people, really talked about it. So,
and those who don't know him, let me show one of the pictures that I have of him. That makes sense because. Yeah. I just finished speaking about Bob Marley and the movie, but people don't realize I'm realizing, wait a minute, Rita Marley lost her husband, you know, as a revolutionary musician and all that they did. I mean, you had to be brave to stand before and sing those songs and galvanize the people. And like I've seen Hashim speak, I've seen Khalid speak, I've seen Farrakhan, I've seen all of these guys, Malik Zulu Shabazz speak. And you got to be brave to be in front of the audience because public speaking is a fear that a lot of people are afraid of. That is a known fear. People would rather be in the casket than be speaking publicly. So if y'all don't know who Hashim Nzinga is, this is my brother. The late great Hashim Nzinga. I also attended the homegoing and the homegoing celebration in Atlanta while I came in, and I seen her big old smile, and I seen her son, and the son was so happy to see me. Like he didn't even that's the first time he met me, but his energy so drew to me so immediately, and that was the first time your son Zion met me, and Zion looks just like his father. So, where do I want to start? I got to start from all of the history of our sisters that have lost their men that was in either a physical revolution or a spiritual revolution, whatever, health revolution, whatever they was going through at that time, women that have lost. And, you know, the Malcolm X, of course, Betty Shabazz, of course, Eldridge Cleaver and his wife lost her, and Fred Hampton's wife lost him. And they left the child, and she left children. The girls was in the stomach while they was born, while they was going through losing Malcolm X. And it's a serious history because it goes way back, even beyond these guys. It goes way back beyond that, where men was in the military or was the soldiers for the Black indigenous armies or all that, and some of them did not make it home. They did not make it home, and when I was with my first wife in the Ansar, and then with my second wife in the Nation of Islam, we trained in martial arts to make it home. That's what really, to make it home to our families. That was the job. That was one of the main missions, missions to make it back home. People don't understand that. And even women had to train to make it back home. People don't understand when you're in this type of mission because you don't know who to trust. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I know I got everybody like it's like a mouse can piss on cotton, but I'm just saying this is real. And in this Akoma Day, this Love Day that we're celebrating, Akoma Week that we're celebrating, it takes a strong woman and a strong man to love each other while they're serving the greater good of the people. I know that for a fact, you know, and so. Let's start from the beginning of who you are, because your family is not just from the America, but it's also from Haiti, which was one of the most revolutionary, if not the most. But John Henry Clark said Jamaica was doing a lot of warring too, and then Jamaica went over to Haiti, and they all teamed up, and so Haiti was known as the most warring country of their time. Let's speak about your journey and your origins to your family first, if you don't mind.
No.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Small town in Massachusetts originally,
Right.
like literally a town called Kingston next to the Plymouth Rock.
Wow.
Country, raised very sheltered by my grandparents mostly. But I will say my grandmother really laid the foundation on how and what it meant to be a lady. Oh, she was trained by her older sister who went to etiquette school on how to be a lady, and she prepared her to be a wife. And that's how my grandparents were sister. So we were very sheltered. My grandmother was she was Cape Verdean American Indian. That's my mother. My grandmother was American Indian. So she was very much warrior-like spirit, stubborn, but catered to her man. She didn't drive or nothing. Wherever he went, she went outside of his work. But she used to say two phrases that stick with me today and that I live by. She used to say, wherever I go, I rule. And you come from royalty, don't ever forget it. So I carried myself that way. I'm not my grandmother. I would say I'm a more modern version of her. But so I do have her spirit, and I definitely have my father's spirit, because they were both strong-willed people.
Yeah.
Culturally prideful. My father helped a lot of people come to Haiti. America.
From Haiti.
Right. Yes. So he brought a lot of people here, and from what I understand, helped them get acclimated here in Americas. Very strong, fierce man.
That's revolutionary in itself, doing that. Give him a round of applause, and give your mother and grandmother, everybody, a round of applause. That's revolutionary. I mean, what was some of the values you got from all your family from both sides? What was one of the main, let's say a main saying or a main quote that you got from both? You said one from, I think, your grandmother on your mother's side, correct?
Yes.
What did you get from your Haitian side? A quote from your Haitian side?
I don't remember a quote per se because I was raised directly under my father, and everybody spoke Creole. But and as a matter of fact, whenever me and my sister would go there, they would take our hair out and rebraid it into those big bubble braids that and then my grandmother would take that out and redo our hair all over again. So there was like thing.
Your hair became thick. Yeah, your hair was thick then. Yeah.
So they were my Haitian. They.
We lost her.
Family oriented.
Okay.
Yeah.
They was family orientated. You said they were very family orientated.
Very much. Large family too. St. Louis, we had a lot of family members and cousins in New York.
Okay.
In Massachusetts is a large Haitian community in Massachusetts and Brockton. social.
I used to live in that Little Haiti in New York off of Nostrand Avenue and Avenue D. So it's called Little Haiti as soon as you stop there. It's Little Haiti. So I lived right up the block. I even hosted a Haitian parade, and I only spoke a few words of Haitian. I just had my friend who was Moses whisper in my ear what I should say now. And I said it, and I was just having to hype the crowd. I didn't know what the hell I was saying. I could have been cussing people out. But Moses was a good guy. He wrote for the Haitian Observatoire, and he was one of the guys that booked me, and they paid me to host the show because I had that energy. Nice. You know, that's what's up. But I'm so, you know, I love the blend of the Haitian and the Southerner connection that y'all made. And I know that's strong. I know your spirit is very strong, and I hope you do get to tap into your ancestors and set up ancestral altars and respect with them. But please do that, because I can feel that energy. So go ahead, Carrie. Don't let me.
I was actually going to ask about that. So the spiritual side of your heritage, do you tap into that? Do you use that in the work that you do? Because your work looks very spiritual based.
Yes, definitely. I'm inspired by our culture.
Yeah.
And yes, I am that. Look at that. I'm getting hit. Okay.
I know. Take your time.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm still discovering who I am.
Yes.
After.
Yes.
Because it was very traumatic.
Yes.
Yes.
But making the jewelry that I make does help me get through that.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it was all by design.
Yes.
To be honest with you, I can't make sense of what happened or why, because that was probably one of my worst fears. Being somebody that you would call your soulmate, and then they're not there anymore, and then it happened. So, pardon me.
No, not apologize.
Hey, girl, it's all right. That's why this is called a Healing Vibe show. It's all about healing. It's what we're doing here. I love that, and I know that family note that I know this sister for a while, even before she had gotten married, and she used to vend at my events in New York City, and I love and appreciate her so much. Her birthday's coming up too, so it's coming up soon. A few more days, girl. Go ahead.
So but I was always, I'm always been a spirited person. Honor the ancestors. I get a lot of that spirit from my grandmother, I would say, and my father.
Yes.
And I appreciate, I learned more about my heritage on my Haiti side when I started to become more conscious of my culture. And that was probably around 2012. I always had a strong spirit, and so always, in fact, growing up in a mostly white community, all white, to be honest with you, confronted with a lot of physical bullying by a lot of these white boys, mostly boys. And by physical bullying, they want to always make a point to physically attack, and my sister would run and leave me there, surrounded by all these white boys. I swear to God, that made me so furious. And they tried to intimidate me.
Yeah.
Wow. And wanted me to respond in fear, and I would not give them that satisfaction. So I would stand there.
Yes.
And one of them, I guess, was like the leader. Just a quick story, but it was
sure.
And wanted me to look at some scar he had on his arm, and I refused. You remember those coming of age, like stand up, like movies like Lean on Me, where people come and they're shoving the kid in the middle of the circle. Well, that's what they were doing. So they kept pushing me, and the other one would push me in. I'm like a ping pong in this group of white boys. And And so one of the main one grabbed my face and tried to move my face to look at his scar, and I just shifted my eyes the other way. That makes me, I don't like feeling like you're taking power away.
Right.
Felt that, and my defiance came out like fire, and to hit me with some stick, and I didn't say nothing. I talk, I look at them, and I stood there. But my grandparents were known in that town because that property was paid for years ago.
Right.
Had the respect of the town, and they took in a lot of foster children, particularly abused children, and try to provide them a nice little safe space. And so they saw her coming, and they booked it. They ran. Now, when I got into the clear away from there, I bawled. But never did I show any type of weakness in front of these peckerwoods, as some people would call them.
That's right.
Not really.
Hey. I feel that that whole experience allowed you to unconsciously maybe tap into your ancestors.
Oh yes. You just you can't intimidate me like that. The more you try, the more defiant I feel. My spirit comes out.
Yeah. They're like, not this one. This is ours. Don't you dare.
Absolutely. And so just always been that type of person. And I wanted to have jewelry that was meaningful, that had meaning to it, cultural based. And that's how I got into metalsmithing for that purpose.
Then did you get into it while you were healing from the loss of your soulmate?
No. So I'm actually known for my beaded work.
Okay.
And even with my beaded work, I was trying to create jewelry, use materials that were reflective of the diaspora.
Yes.
Prior to the country where we were. And I was loving mixing different textures, stones that you wouldn't normally put together, like crystal, horn, or bone. And I really enjoyed that. But I felt like I really wanted to have more of a message and be more expressive. And, you're limited with beaded work. So that's when I started to teach myself in 2013.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's a powerful thing, because sometimes a lot of people don't realize how talented they are until they at least go into either jewelry. And I recognize a lot of people in what we call the quote unquote conscious community, they go towards jewelry or they go towards beads and all these type of things. But you was kind of extraordinary what you do, because one minute I see you with beads and then you'll step out and then became this whole metalsmith. You went right into metals, because you remember you was at beads at my spots. You was beading. You was beading all the way through.
That's right.
So then all of a sudden when I run into, after I ran into at the funeral, I think that was those years later, you with Hakeem with Hashim, and I'm like, whoa. And then you doing all this beautiful metal work and the silver work, beautiful stuff. But it tells me that you're channeling, and a lot of people, you can't be afraid to channel your talents from. And sometimes this channeling comes from your past, from your ancestors, and that's why you do the pieces that you do, which we look like we're jumping between. And because it's all one and the same, so it's all one and the same. So, and how did Brother Nzinga enjoy your jewelry? What did he say about your jewelry when he really? Yeah, be honest. Just tell it like it is.
That was so funny. Hashim was that old school masculinity. He would never give me what I wanted as far as what I wanted to hear. He had his own way of expressing himself, but he loved my work. Mm-hmm. Loved it so much so that when I talk to some of his friends, they tell me how much he doted on my skill. So yeah, I think that was one of the things that attracted him to me. One of the things.
That's a good thing. That's a good point. How did y'all meet?
Oh boy.
I know. I know Kerry wanted that. Kerry, I was right with her. I'm right with her. I'm right with Kerry here. Me and Kerry.
And I so funny, because I'm always a little embarrassed, because I'm. This is not how I intended on meeting anybody.
Right.
And I'm old school. I'm very traditional, and I prefer to meet somebody in their face. But it was on Facebook.
Give a round of applause to the infamous Facebook. Don't worry, I did that. I did MySpace one time, and I will never do that again. Never.
And, you know how Facebook works. You see who you're connected to, but I was definitely not the one who covered my inbox at all.
Right.
I shut that down real quick.
Yeah.
And I would let anybody know, you coming in here, I'm not here for that. That I'm, no disrespect. I'm not here for that. But I thank you, and I keep it moving. So no, but with Hashim, actually, I saw his name, his friend request for a while, and Facebook was doing something weird, and I don't know if this happened to either one of you, but all of a sudden I was getting hundreds of friend requests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they do that. They're crazy.
Yeah. Oh, what's going on? And then I saw his name pop up, and nothing particularly special, but I do remember glancing at the name and kind of feeling a little oomph. I don't know. I can't explain it.
Yeah.
So I ignored it. But I did see his profile picture was a flyer of him in his Panther uniform. So I knew, okay, he's of the community.
Yeah.
But I just remember that name kind of sticking out a little bit, but I didn't take it any further than that. And it wasn't, but I don't know, God, I guess we are connected on a deeper level if you're tapped into that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he wasn't anybody to me at the time, I felt I'm gonna make him wait before I accept that friend request.
You're soul connected.
Yes.
In your last life, he probably just didn't come back, and you're like, oh, you found me in this one. Okay, I'm gonna make you wait a little bit.
Exactly. And before you could whoever you befriended, you could see on people on newsfeed. Or you could see, that you're friends with this person on your newsfeed. So 3 months later, I accepted that man's friend request. And maybe shortly after, not that day, but maybe a couple of days later, all of a sudden, when men were obnoxious a little about liking a woman's picture, I was seeing all these likes on my pictures just popping up. And I'm like, okay. I ignored that. I didn't think anything of it. He never went in my inbox until maybe a couple months later. And that's when I saw a post of his where he had Dr. Jeffries.
Dr. Leonard Jeffries is my good brother.
And Professor James Smalls on his Black Power Radio.
Of course. Big up to them. Big up to the elders. Yes.
And I just came back from watching the documentary.
Hidden Colors?
What was it?
Hidden Colors?
It was like Hidden Colors, but I think it's called the other brother, Bay.
Sabir Bay.
Yes.
Matter of fact, he's in Georgia right now. He's in Atlanta doing something. I know he just did so he's out here for a few days.
Well, he was in Boston at this time. And
I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, I know that one. Mm-hmm.
And I came back from that and I went on my phone and I saw the post where Hashim was thanking them for being on Black Power Radio, and I hit liked. And I guess that was an invitation for that brother to come in my inbox.
You like it, something?
He said in capital letters, "Queen, did you watch the show?" He's loud. He was loud speaking. So it's funny because when I think about that, how he wrote it in all caps, I can hear.
Yeah, that's very loud. Oh my! Every one of them do the same thing. Oh my God.
And when I was like, I knew he was part of the Panthers, and I respected the Panthers, but I wasn't like involved. But so when I saw that he was communicating and saw the profile picture of him in his uniform, I was a little intimidated. Mm-hmm. And I said, no, I didn't. I'm just coming back, blah, 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 blah. So it was like little banter. And then we were talking, so we were long distance, obviously, because I'm in Boston. But, as we were typing and inboxing, he eventually asked me for my number, and I did not give that man my number.
Oh my goodness.
I gave him a run for his money for like 3 months before I called him.
Oh my goodness.
And it was right when he said, you know, Queen, he's like, any man that gets you will be a lucky man. I tried, and I wish you well.
Wow.
And I said, oh, no, you don't.
He's about to give up and keep it moving.
I called him, and mind you, he didn't have my number.
Okay.
But I called him, and he said, it's about time. And I said, welcome to McDonald's. How can I help you?
Y'all funny.
Yeah. And then the rest is, and that's how we started communicating on phone. And he was touring, you know, with Boosie at the time, because he was Boosie's road manager at the time.
Right. Boosie badass. Boosie
yes.
badass. Correct. Okay. Just want to make sure people know.
Right. We would talk on the phone, and he would play oh Lord, this is, you know, our anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's our anniversary.
And I would while he was playing it in the background. So he was playing like a, oh boy, he was playing like a little soundtrack.
Yeah.
Just stay on the phone till 3 a.m, and whoever would, you know, fall asleep first. But he was driving, and of course, he would just play music while he was driving, and I would just listen until I fell asleep.
Wow.
And then so we were doing that little old 90s, 80s, you know, how you used to do back in the day.
Yeah. That's the music we love. That's what we love, man.
Maintenance, like it was refreshing. Mm-hmm. And what
grown man stuff. That's what we do. Grown man stuff.
And what I appreciated was, it's unfortunate with some of these brothers out here, he was not afraid of rejection.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what attracted me. That man pursued me, even if rejection was there and he thought it was there. But that's what a man is supposed to do. You're supposed to pursue a woman, and if it don't work out with her, the next one.
Move
right.
on.
Yeah.
You know, but some of these men, a lot of them now afraid of rejection. They pussyfoot around women.
Mm-hmm.
That's unattractive to me. I don't care if you don't think you can get me or not. Pursue me.
Right.
You never know, because Hashim didn't know. He thought it was done.
Right.
But he wasn't sure, and I was testing him to see if he was for real or not. And
you're an old soul, though. You're an old soul, so you know, and you bring that old soul energy, and even Kerry brings that soul. Kerryann brings that old soul energy.
Yes.
These little heads out here. I don't want to call them chicken heads, but little heads out here. I'm not gonna call them chicken heads because I'd rather turn them into chicken soup than be chicken heads. You know what I'm saying? And so the little chicken soups out here, man, they playing games. They don't.
Right. I would say that we're seasoned. You can't.
Seasoned. Yes. Y'all have all the spices,
exactly.
Everything, the curry and the cayenne.
When you get to a certain state in your journey, there's tons of lessons that we've accumulated. We have been through the frogs and the frogs and the frogs. So we know what it is we don't want and what we want. And most importantly, I'm sure you can attest to this, we know our worth. We know our worth. And especially for you, you've had somebody love you in the most authentic, beautiful, pure, genuine way. So if some bullshit comes out, you're like, nope.
Yes. And you know, but with him, for the first time, I said what I asked for what I wanted.
Yes.
And
important.
I didn't really do that. You know, I think I was doing before. I would say even the men I dated before were good men, but just wasn't a match that I dated. Well, Boston's funny. They just don't get married out there. It's like a Netflix chill, which is not what I'm looking for. So even though, you know, I might have not asked for what I wanted, I still dated with intention, you know, something long-term, never no dead ends. So if I did decide to date somebody, it's with the intention that I hope this grows. Right. Boston's tough though. So I just felt like that my love wasn't in Boston. So with Hashim, you know, he definitely brought that masculinity that was very refreshing, for sure.
And as somebody that was at the helm of a revolutionary organization doing really powerful things for the community, how was he in a relationship? Was he able to be soft You know, how easy was that for him? I'm always curious to know, like someone like Malcolm X, you know, or what's the other one? Bald head.
Khalid.
Thank you. Always wondered, how are they in relationships, you know, versus like how easy is it to turn off that part of themselves and then go into the role of nurturer and lover?
Yeah, so Hashim was married prior to me. So he has altogether 7 children. So he had 6 children.
Yeah.
Already. I didn't know that he was the national chairman at the time.
Okay.
I knew he was in the party, but I didn't know to what level. When I found out, I said, "Oh hell no!" I'm a private person, and that was just that was just a lot, and I didn't know how to take that in at first. But at the same time, my heart was telling me, when am I going to find a brother, a like-minded brother, who's pursuing me like this, you know, knows what I want. I said I wanted the whole package. I wanted children, and he said I want a revolutionary son. I have 1 son and 5 daughters. I want a son. So and you know, we just were talking, and so I had to think about that, you know, and he told me, you know, about his previous marriages and those relationships, and so I had a lot to think about.
Mm-hmm.
I asked him, how do you manage your time?
Mm-hmm.
Can you manage your time? You know, you can say this, but do you know how to manage your organization, your family, and your other endeavors, and a relationship? Because I need time.
Yeah.
I can manage my time. You know, that man, he would, one thing about him, he would never show you he's weak or that he can't come to task.
Right.
Anyway, so
the mark of a leader.
Yes. So he definitely said, I can manage my time. But so being with him, that's a family man. And anybody that knows Hashim knows he's about his children.
Oh, love that.
What you don't see behind the scenes is he cannot dance. He's goofy, and he loves, oh my God, that man, he's an everyday family man when it comes to his children. He loves his children. He will kill for his children.
Yeah.
All of them, every last one. And he was about those children and leaving a legacy that they could be proud of. Hashim wasn't a perfect man, but he did the best he could, given what he chose, how he chose to walk his life.
Yes.
And and most leaders don't want the stress that comes with revolutionary work. They don't sign up for that, but just they feel ordained, anointed to do this particular work, and that's why there's few. What's that saying? Fewer chose. How's that?
Many are called, fewer chosen.
Yes, he would say that all the time, and that's why you don't have many people to stick their neck out like that.
Let me ask you a question. Give that a round of applause. Of course, what you just said, what you made. I see you're loosening up and getting it in, so I'm going to get it in.
I'm trying to not think about other stuff. But go ahead.
What was the conversation like when it was about making this relationship happen? Because, you know, usually a man of that caliber don't want to be fighting with the enemy on the outside, then coming back and fighting with their woman on the inside. They don't want to do that, you know, especially if you still have, and not saying that you do, but a lot of sisters still have the mentality, are still being, like Dr. Khalid used to say, remotely controlled by the European through television, radio, music, all of that stuff. What was that conversation? Did he ever gave you that conversation, like, you know, put that in your face and say, look, my home is supposed to be a piece. I can't be out there and in here doing it. What was that? Did y'all ever have a conversation like that?
Yes. You know,
okay. I knew it would. I know what I mean.
That was when we were still long distance.
Right.
He definitely said, you know, he wants his woman with him, wants his woman home. She has to already know. He has no time to train or teach a woman. She has to already know. And I said, brother, you don't have. I can learn a lot from you for sure, but I'm not far behind you. That's right. And I can walk with you. Don't worry. I know how to lace my boots if I have to.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So, but yeah, I told him that that, you know, you have to make sure you have 5 daughters. You have to make sure you tell them that you met somebody. You have to prepare daughters. Fathers got to prepare daughters when they're bringing somebody in new.
Yeah.
That was a huge thing with me. Don't bring me in a situation where they're caught off guard. So that was my big thing, is how, so, you know, when we decided that I was going to come visit, I told him that, I think I'm jumping all over the place. I don't know if this has to do with the question you asked, but I'm just kind of flowing with it. That, you know, if we still have these strong feelings like we do long distance, if it's the same in person, then we'll talk about steps from there. And it was exactly the same. It was strong, very passionate, very loving, very tender. I had never felt so protected.
Ooh, can we just marinate on that for a second? Because
yes, got to flow that. Yes.
Is not really focused on as much as it should be. Women need to feel protected, safe, you know, with their partners. So that is so beautiful that was your experience. Sorry to cut you. Go ahead.
And plus, coming from his background and what he was doing, the new Black Panther and the original Black Panther wanted their women to be protected. And I know he trained under some very powerful people, and because you was with him all the way till the end, till he transitioned. That's correct, right?
Yes.
He was all the way to the end, because people are asking questions in there. So you got your answer. So calm down.
Oh, I
yeah. Somebody asked the question. So now you was there with him all the way to the end.
Oh, right? He told me a story. He told me when Khaled used to tell them, if anything happens to him, do not let no white man stand over me. I don't want a doctor. So Hashim had that same spirit. So
I know. Take your time. It's real. Now, they're both of you laying down right there. So I shown that picture right there.
Yeah, that was a few hours. This is right before we took him to the hospital.
Wow, this is right before you. Wow.
Yeah, because he got sick. And God, Hashim kept me strong.
Yes.
His spirit was strong.
Yeah.
And
yes.
His armor didn't crack.
Even while he was going through it.
A whole ordeal, except for one time.
Yes.
And that was probably maybe 3 weeks before he passed. He was still able to kind of walk to the bathroom on his own. The hospice nurse, basically, when they assigned him the hospice, mind you, Hashim didn't tell me what the doctor told him about how long he had. The doctor told him maybe 2 weeks. Hashim didn't tell me that. So my mind, I was fighting regardless. Spirit was fighting.
Right.
Whether he accepted it privately to himself, and he clearly accepted it because he was also preparing his funeral. He was telling me, and I would ask him, and I said, Hashim, you got to tell me if you're okay, like if you're accepted this. If you're fighting, we're going to fight together.
Right.
He said, no, I'm still fighting. He's like, I'm just preparing. And then he get real strong. There's nothing wrong with preparing. You got to prepare.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
And I said, okay, I just want to know, because don't have me running around here with a chicken with her head cut off, because that's one thing I wish Hashim would have been more honest with me about.
Mm-hmm.
I would have spent more time trying to talk to him
Mm-hmm.
and not just running around the house trying to save him.
Yeah.
But we got to the hospital, and he was wheeled in, and I went straight to the counter. I said, do you have a black doctor? I want a black doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And the security guard said, we have one black doctor. I said, good, I want that doctor. I don't want that doctor.
Mm-hmm.
So they bring us upstairs, and this is during COVID, so you really couldn't, they weren't letting anybody in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But it was like the family said that I was able to, the mother actually, because when it came down to it, like who's going to be up there in the room, the mother, I didn't say anything, because as much as I felt like I was going to break if I could not be with him in this moment, I had to step back and let her decide that.
Right.
Quiet. And she said, no, Janeen, you go up there with him. You were there.
Yeah.
And I said, it make me go up there faster. So I went up there, and they let me up there. And meanwhile, people are looking at him, and they knew, but I was not looking. That we in here. Hashim said he's fighting, and we're here to give him blood. I'm type O. Hashim was type O, and the first thing I said, we have the same blood type. I want to give him some of my blood.
Right.
He lost blood, and he needs fluids, so he needs the water. The fluid thing hooked. I mean, I was telling them what they need to do.
Right.
Right.
We're taking him home, in my mind, alive, not. And so the doctor was a young black doctor, really strong, and everybody, like I said, everybody on that floor knew, state he was in, and the doctor came to me because he heard that I wanted to give him blood. And so he sat down. He was very pleasant and very handling me like a child almost, because he could tell that I wasn't connecting.
Right.
So in theory what's going to happen, but the reality of the finality of somebody's presence, that does not register.
Yes.
Me that I'm not going to see this man no more.
Yep.
He's gone forever. Even that's no.
Yep.
Anyway, so he was trying to tell me how his mother went through the same thing, and that she was doing, had this whole process. He's like, what would you like? How would you like the outcome? I said, I want him to come home with me. Better. I want him to be better.
Yeah.
He said, okay, we're gonna do what we can. So anyways, they did tests. They said that he's in critical condition, and that his organs have failed. This man was walking around, or still talking. He didn't take one pain medication and never complained about pain, and he was in pain, but he never said anything.
Wow.
That picture you posted of me embracing him, when he got up from that bed, he made a look like a sharp pain went through him. That was the first time he showed any sign. He showed like the pain was hurting. And the nurse asked me, do you want me to give him any pain medication? And he didn't take no pain medication when he went through surgery 4 years prior to get that tumor out either. He had 30 staples in his stomach and did not take any pain medication then either. So he endured that. So I said, no narcotics. And then I stopped myself. I said, this is different. I said, Hashim, he can hear me. I said, do you want pain medication? And he nodded his head, yes. I said, so I let her do it. So I basically was there at the hospital. And I'm sorry, am I jumping too far ahead?
You was at the hospital. You're still at the hospital now. You was there before.
The doctor came in. I told him that this was an important brother, and this brother dedicated his life, to our people.
Mm-hmm.
So you take care of him.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I'm gonna do the best I can to so you can take him home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so she gave him the medication, which I don't know the different medications, but she apparently gave him fentanyl, and that's what the hospice gives the patients, a large dose of fentanyl. And so, and I guess it's give them comfort.
Right.
I didn't know they gave them a lot, and not that the turnout would have been different. But he did not, even when he had the surgery, he didn't like to be sedated. So anyway, so he was fussing, his hands would move.
Yeah.
It's like he was trying to get out of the state.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would go to him. I said, Hashim, I'm here. Don't worry. So I would always feel for his temperature, make sure he was warm, because he kept kicking the blankets off. I remember it being cold. And so he kept just moving his hands, just like he would lift up his hand and drop it. So anyway, so at some point I nodded off, and I can still hear that arm moving, and I would wake up. So I didn't really sleep through, but I would always check on him, like, Hashim,
yeah,
I'm here, I'm not going nowhere, don't worry. And so then at some point, maybe around the critical care, the ICU doctor came in with a nurse, probably around 1 o'clock. And they said that he's in critical care. Have two options. And the hospice nurse finally got there. So she's in that room with me.
Right.
We could check him in, but he'll be in ICU, but he can't have nobody in there until he's getting ready to pass. And I was like, or we could take him home.
Yeah.
And I got to call his mother and ask her. I just want her involved.
Yeah.
And so I told her. She said, no. She said, bring him home.
Yeah.
I said, we'll take him home. I said, okay. And the doctor gave me a hug. And mind you, still not registering to me that in a matter of hours,
oh wow,
he would be gone. So they told me that he was, I don't know, it wasn't registering. And so they left the room, and I sat back down, and I would rub his face and hold his hand, and then put the covers, and I was exhausted. This was really mentally draining.
Of course.
Just up and watching, it just felt like a movie, like I was watching. I think I separated myself from this.
Like an outer body experience.
Yes. I could not connect. Like, this cannot be happening. I am not somebody I love dying. There's no way. And so I nodded off, and now at this point he's not moving his hands. They gave me a video to watch about the stages of death, which I hadn't even watched, because for me, I'm not putting anything in my psyche to accept that he's gonna die. Doctors ain't God, and the ancestors got him. Anything can change was my attitude. So I didn't know the stages of death, and part of it is the breathing, or what's not really breathing. It's something that they do. It's like, so he was doing that. And I'm like, God, he hasn't had any water, because Hashim loved to drink water. So that was bothering me, that he's doing that. His mouth was kind of open, and he hasn't had any water. So I go to nurse and I said, can I, he hasn't had water. So it was like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
I said, he needs some water. She looked at me and the doctor was, the black doctor was sitting back there. And she said, and he got up. He said, I got this. She was like, he's dying. He doesn't need water.
Yeah. Yeah.
But because I wasn't connecting that, the doctor knew I wasn't. And
right.
scared me and brought me to back in the room. He said, okay. He said, remember when I told you about what my mother went through?
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, well, when she passed away? He said, yeah. I was like, He's looking at me like, basically saying, this is what's happening.
Right, right.
See that I wasn't getting it.
Registering. Mm-hmm.
And he told the nurse, go get her some water, get her the sponge and let her put it on his mouth. He just basically just wanted to appease me at this point.
Right, right.
So they gave me the water and I'm putting the water on his mouth, trying to put moisture on there. And the nurse was in there and I looked at his heart rate. I said, what? His heart rate is low.
Mm-hmm.
She said, yeah. She's like, that means he's transitioning. I said, what? What do you mean transitioning? She said, he's going to be transitioning on. He's going to be dying. He's dying. I mean, I'm like, you mean right now?
Yeah.
She said, probably in the next couple hours. I said, what? And I'm like, we're supposed to be going home. Is he going to make the way home? She said,
right.
Probably not. And Hashim always said he didn't want to die in no hospital.
Yeah, yeah.
Home. And I broke. But the painful part of that was I called Hashim's brother. Mm-hmm. Because he was with the mother. Mm-hmm. I was telling him what happened. Woo. What the doctor said. And he had to walk me.
Take your time. Take your time.
Through on how to say goodbye. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Say goodbye to him right then and there, and let him know it was okay to go, because he was
holding on.
So and then I felt like I had to be strong because for his mother,
right?
Because if she was there, they're Christian. Mm-hmm. Hi, Zion. Mommy, can I have a burrito? I'm on the phone, baby. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Sorry, that was Zion.
Hey, Zion. Well, go on.
I felt like because she would have did it her way, so I felt like I had to be strong to say bye to him, because I know that's what she would do.
Right.
And I said, Hashim, I said, you can go now. And I just told him I loved him. And I said, I'm going to see Khalid, all these people he would talk about.
Right.
And I said, but you can go. It's going to be okay. And then his heart rate went up.
Wow.
Yeah, his heart rate went up. Mm-hmm. And it was going fast. Mm-hmm. And then the ambulance came and they were speeding down that highway to make sure that, he could take his last breath in the house. Mm-hmm. And we got him in the house. I got in the house. I grabbed Zion. And then he took his last breath in the hallway. Yeah.
Mm. My brother, the great Hashim Nzinga. You don't have to keep on going any further. I don't want you. Thank you for that story. I mean, that's brave of you to come on here and do that. And a lot of people just remember that this is what it's about. This was the title. JaneenPStLouis speaks for the first time about her love for Hashim Nzinga, the chairman. She's the widow to the chairman of the new Black Panther Party himself, Hashim Nzinga, good brother. I've gotten to know him and talk to him few times, numerous times, but definitely he was definitely connected with people like Malik Zulu Shabazz and Dr. Khalid, who was one of my teachers from the FOI, Nation of Islam. And these are soldiers, boy. These are soldiers. So, to have those soldiers around you like that, it's the real deal. And, want to let you sisters and brothers know that, sometimes we do lose people or they transition. That's like I say lose, but it's hard to, when you love somebody or love a person, even family or friend or mate, it's one of those moments that you got to make sure you have your accountable team that will talk and help you through it. Don't try to do it by yourself if you can't. If you, try to talk to people. Don't, this is because these are the ages too, whether they transition from anything or transition from old age or what have you. You got to talk to people. I think Kerry Ann was saying something, you'll never be able to get ready to see your parents leave. It's never a get ready, I am getting ready, but I know, as much as I can prepare, it's gonna be rough at that time too. So just like my grandmother and my grandfathers and everybody passed on. So I know that it can be a rough road.
Oh, it's challenging. Like I just on Monday lost my uncle.
My condolences. He told me that. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Hey, look what just landed in my house. This is a ladybug, family. At night, I don't know what it's doing here. So maybe Hashim is telling me something. He lands on my paper on my calendar. I can't make this thing up. What you doing in my house? I don't have these things. They're not in my house. I don't know where it's at. I mean, look, it's right there. This is it right here. Look at that. I mean, at night, it is 9:00 at night. How did you get here, sir? Something's happening. Anytime these labor months, there's always a spiritual meaning. What's up? What's up? I know.
I hear something lighter.
Yeah. It did that for a reason. So, because I haven't seen one in a long time, and it's still a little cool out here in Georgia. So I'm like, you made it in, so obviously something's up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give that respect. Give you a round of applause, all right? Let's give it a round of applause. You made it. Yes. Oh man, but
do you mind if I share something lighter?
Oh yeah, you can share something lighter. Hey.
Lighter, no. Just because when you're in the I guess conscious community, not the dysfunction that comes within, not the people that mock it, like the real like people who are really in it to find their complementary partner, as Dr. Baba Baruti would say. Yes. They're really looking for that person that matches their energy and their spirit. Mm. I would say don't give up, and don't be afraid to be vulnerable, especially this for the sisters. My vulnerability touched that man's heart. And he appreciated it. And I was resistant to him for sure, because I knew that I would fall in love. And I did fall in love with him while we were long distance. Mm-hmm. And, but I found somebody who was pursuing me in a very manly, respectful, masculine way. Mm. Those brothers are out there. And yes, we have a lot of brothers that are hurt in this movement. And we don't, the sisters, you can be warriors, but you have to maintain your femininity. You have to be nurturing to these brothers who are in the movement. Not only the brothers, but we come with a lot. But you got to be patient. You got to show each other grace, because once you're looking for your complementary in this movement, this conscious community, you have to be that beacon of light of people who are trying to be different and better, because now there's no excuse for poor behavior. There's no excuse for women whoring for men or men whoring after women. Mm-hmm. No, we have to start dating with intention. You have to start courting each other. Mm. if you're long distance, it can work, but you got to know what you want. And like I said, Hashim was the first man I said, this is what I want. And I don't got time to waste. And I'll be 48 years old, you know, next week. So
next week,
I started late with Hashim, but I wanted that whole package. And I said, I'm too old to be playing games. So if you're not serious, you can leave me alone.
Yeah.
I don't want to play no games. Oh, I'm serious. And he was. I'm telling you, when I went down there, which I'm still here in Atlanta, and our passion for each other was strong, that brother said, you ain't going nowhere. You're staying here with me. And we rented a U-Haul, drove to Boston, got my stuff, and got back to Atlanta in 24 hours.
Wow.
That man was serious about what he wanted.
Yeah.
And that's fearlessness to me.
Yeah.
And it starts with the Black man and the Black woman.
That's right.
Foundation. So people, you don't have to complicate. You don't have to complicate it. If it feels right, just remember. I just feel like people just need to be upfront with what they want and date with intention. And I also involve elders too. Before I came down here, which is Baba Baruti and Sister Ya Baruti.
Yeah, but
I just happened to. I didn't say when to do that. I just talked about it, and they're down here in Atlanta. And I said, well, before we go further, they have to meet you. You have to meet them because they need to let me know if they feel that we're a good fit.
Right.
I want them involved.
That's powerful.
Okay, and remember the Black Power Awards? So he was there. They were there because they were being nominated.
That's right.
And I
right.
get a phone call, and Hashim's on the phone. He said, guess where I am? And guess who I got in front of me? I said, who? He said, I have the Barutis. I said, we do? And he said, you know what I said to them? I said, what? Mind you, he has a thick country accent. So imagine this real country, rough around the edges way of talking. He said, I told them that I have to come to them and ask their permission to be with this woman.
Wow.
And they got a kick out of him, and they gave us their blessings.
Yes. Yeah. I need to bring Baba Baruti and his wife on here. We need to bring that couple here and talk to them. I've interviewed them before. I brought them to New York before too, but definitely.
Yeah, I would suggest bringing some elders involved if you're really serious, and especially if you're in the community, just because somebody's got to hold you accountable.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why I talk to only elders that are married. So you can get that from them, I can't,
And we need to see more, we need to see more couples. How is it that we talk about nation building, coming together, the Black man, Black woman, we got to do this and we belong to each other, but we ain't marrying each other. We're not creating roots. But the Christians are. But we bang hard on those Christians. They're getting married. They're making families. Now, granted, they're doing something. They're doing the core value right. They're doing the foundational part right.
Right.
And the reason I feel like is because we're not being held accountable because we become individualistic in this movement on the Black nationalism and the Pan-Africanism. While we talk about unity and we know our scholars, we know the literature, but what good is any of that if you're not settled down with your balance, with your equal? Nothing balancing you out so that you become this, you throws your whole thing off. You think you're fine, but you're not. You need to get your other half.
Usually the excuse is that I'm trying to get myself together first. That's usually a lot of the excuse that comes out.
You know what? No one's getting themselves together.
Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. They got to come together.
You're always going to be improving as you age. It doesn't stop. There's no timeline until you're dead. So you're always going to be getting yourself together because your circumstances might change, environment changes. You're always growing. You're not going to stay the same. So you're just going to be, you might as well just get an animal and just go be friends with that.
Most of them do. They get cats, they get dogs, they get a lot of that going on.
resource.
None of that going on. Believe me, I know women that would throw away their man for the dog. That's how deep it gets nowadays.
Oh wow.
I'm just saying. That's what I've heard. That's what's on them streets. You'd be like, what? Huh? Whoa. Really?
Well, we need to show our vulnerability because and not bring the war in the home. That's one thing me and Hashim did not do is that stayed outside.
Yeah.
And now he would definitely have his, meetings with the party and different phone calls for sure. He definitely was working, but that energy stayed outside.
Right.
No, he was a family man for sure.
Yeah. Right.
As a woman with someone like that, it's not easy at all. You have to give your man away. And you come last. Meaning, when a man with a purpose, you have to let him do and be his purpose. That's what a man is supposed to do. And a woman being with these types of men, you have to share him. So, with them, it's the movement, God, movement, the people, then his own endeavors, his own, what interests, like his own business projects, because Hashim was always trying to get into things so his family could be straight.
I think that's I think it's got misconstrued over the years because even a lot of the Pan-Africanists read the Bible or came out of Bible thumping families or Quranic quoting families, and the first institution was couples, the man and the woman, family first. That's then build the community and neighborhood and nation. It can't go no way. If it's going God, man, and then community, you skipped over family. You got to go back to family. That's why that's why we're being destroyed.
Yeah.
We stopped that. That's not, if you're reading Bible and Quran, if I could go back to the Bible and Quran, it was man and woman created first, Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
Not Adam and Steve and no, it's Adam and Eve, and then they started growing and whatever. And then you could make up that Cain went to marry a woman outside or whatever. You could do all kinds of stories, but the first institution of union was that those two first, the divine masculine and feminine working together first.
You don't have anything. You don't have that.
That's what's messed up. That's what we messed up, because a lot of us are just jumping into the movement and we'll find them on the way. And when you're trying to find a woman on the way, I can attest to that because I was one of those people finding them on the way. You try to bring women into the fold and then not realize that the grass is green right in the community, right there, right next to you, right in your face.
There's one takeaway with that. It doesn't work. People generally are looking for their compliment.
Right. What's compliment?
When they get into it, I think people generally start from there. Like, okay, I'm around like-minded people. I got to find my warrior king, my warrior queen. I think the sincerity is there, but it takes work to be with somebody.
That part. That part.
You got to get off that pink cloud.
And fairy tale, Hollywood, Disney, there's no such thing as that. Everything that matters in life requires work, and we have been bamboozled out of that truth.
Yes. Yeah. It was a couple of times, and then when Hashim became sick, and I was being the first, so let me just tell you this part because it's important. But after I moved here, I was here for 7 months, and then I became pregnant with Zion.
Yeah.
4 days later, he was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. So immediately went into that. And then they told him they did tell him he had 3 to 6 months to live. And so it was hell. Because Hashim harp on that, but he felt weak and he was angry. He was angry with the sickness. Told me to leave a couple of times because I think he started to feel like I might be looking at him different. I was like, there's nothing you can tell me that's going to make me leave. If I was still in Boston and I knew, I would have came even faster.
Yeah.
Because I fell in love with him.
Yeah.
I was not, there's nothing you could have said to me that leave him alone, to leave him by himself. No, I took that bull by the horns. I researched whatever medication they were trying to say that they were going to put him on, changed our diet, different foods, and just making sure trying to get every single food that had cancer fighting properties in it. Strong immunity boosting type of properties in it. Right? Because he was just like, I'm not giving this power. Information is power. So you have to know what they're telling you. You have to know what your options are. This is options. So, and then you had, what made it like confusing and more stressful is every street doctor that you can think of came with the answer on what not to do. You should do this. Okay, we'll try that. Somebody else will come. No. You have to eat according to your blood type. Okay, what does that even mean? So we tried that. And then somebody else would come. No, Dr. Sabi's diet. Don't do chemo. And I said, okay. It got so overwhelming. So I told Hashim, you got to do whatever has the most testimonies with exactly what you have. And daggone chemo did. So he went the chemo route. Still, did the best we could, eating healthier and things like that. Yeah, but I forgot where I was going with that. That's age.
Don't worry about it. The most important is that you got your message out.
Yeah.
And that is very important. And what I do want to talk about before we finish is the way you have processed it through healing through your jewelry.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's close out today. Let's close out with that. Because Hashim, salute to the brother. Always been a genuine brother. Every time I met him for years, and we honor his soul. And I'm glad he's more powerful now than ever, because obviously he's speaking to your child, and by the things you tell me your child says, I said, "Ooh, that's Hashim." Ooh, that's Hashim. Oh Lord, that's Hashim.
He has that social butterfly spirit. That's definitely Hashim.
Yes, definitely Hashim all day, every day. But again, family, this is Hashim Nzinga. If you don't know who he was and who he still is, and the power that he wielded while he was with the new Black Panther movement, this is our brother chilling out with his empress.
That's when he got me in Boston, right there. That's when we got my stuff. So
that's when he got you, packed you up, ready to go. Yeah, that's right.
His aunt's house, the house he lived in Boston, right there.
Wow, look at that. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Man, ain't that something? And that's y'all laying down there. Wow. My brother. There is. Let's go to the next let's go to what you're healing on your healing journey, what has worked for you now. And I want to share those great pieces that people can go to the new Black Wall Street, or better yet, go online and deal with her, because this is international, and I want people to support her vision of healing our community by providing ancestral jewelry pieces that are made out of silver, pure, beautiful silver. And I know, where's my piece? My piece, oh, it's in my bag upstairs. Yeah, I always got a piece somewhere going on around here. But let's go to your Instagram to show people the greatness of your page. There it is. Look at that. Of course. Bang. Look at all this. Talk about, what's that? Talk about those. My goodness. Why those?
Those are different types of agate. So you're looking at what you call plume agate, which is that top one in the middle. Looks like a bouquet of birds' feathers. Plume beads. That's a beautiful stone. And then you have moss agate. It's similar. It looks like sea moss almost. And so I love those. Those are very earthy looking. And they're organic, and they actually inspire. I bought them because I buy stones based off of whether I can tell a story with them. And those particular ones, I was naming them like a series called Kimbuka, which is Yes.
Right.
And so
Sorry, what is kombucha? Oh,
kombucha.
Yeah.
It's a paying homage to the middle passage.
Passage.
Yes. Basically the slaves in the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay.
And so those stones, particularly the moss agate, looks like the coral reef.
Yeah.
Right. That's the coral reef. Right.
Oceanic.
Right.
Yeah. And so my thing was it was another way, I'm always trying to pay homage to the ancestors. And so those stones inspired me to do that because they look like the coral reef at the bottom of the ocean. So I was basically creating something after kombucha, basically.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's go to this other one here. You got a lot on this page, on these pages here, but that's why you're making a piece right there. Now, what type of piece is that?
That's basically because I don't have the right torch to melt my silver so I can reuse it. So instead, I infuse my silver scrap. So I save all my scrap pieces. So that is a heavy piece, and that's just my leftover scrap silver that I infused in itself to create that.
What's the now Carrie Ann, what's the first thing that came to thoughts when you seen that? What's the first thing you see? Because I see something. To me, I see ancestors all pinched together like they did with us on the boats and the ships coming over here. That's what I see.
Yeah, it took a natural form, and that is what it.
Yeah, it took me there, but it's like ancestors on the wall, or paying homage to them on the walls of Kemet or the walls of Timbuktu. Also, I'm seeing all kinds of angles with this.
Yes.
That's why I'm still showing it right now. I mean, anything that came to your thoughts and spirit, Kerry?
The rawness. I didn't go there with it. I just saw the rawness, and the rawness is just so beautiful. Mm-hmm. I have my cousin always says that there is such beauty in the imperfection. And if we look in God's creation, if we look on the earth, things in nature are imperfectly perfect. So that's what I see in this piece. It's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Let's go to the next one here. Let me go to the next one here. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm off of that page. Boom. That's the ring we seen earlier, right?
Yep, that's the blue maggot.
Right. That's the one we seen earlier. Oh, wait a minute. You was about to tell a story in this one. What was this going on here? Okay, there it is. What's that?
That's a gorgeous labradorite. And on the side, you see the unk there. I love that.
Wow, it's nice.
Yeah, I love that.
Man, that's beautiful. How long does it take you to make something like this if somebody ordered from you?
Or uninterrupted?
Uninterrupted. by us passing through the mall.
Interrupted, probably a couple of days.
Oh man. So she is so talented. Her custom designs are worthy every dollar. P Black. That sounds like
yes, he's one of my.
Is that who I know? That's who I met? That's him, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's him too. That's why I said people. His birthday's coming up too, as I know. He's right before yours, if that's him. Yeah, so big up to wow. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much for tuning in. I know I'm supposed to call you, but I got busy, brother. So I got to call you. If that's you, P Black, I'm going to go to this next picture. Yeah, go to this next picture because she got some extraordinary. This is beautiful. This is
that's the labradorite too. And I was trying to make it look like a shield, and it looks like something else. It could look like that too.
It looked like a shield from the Atlantis movie, the Aquaman.
Yeah.
It looks like a shield. Yeah. So that you went on the water. You went on the water. This one, you wasn't above water. So you took on your Pisces energy with this because you're Pisces.
Very.
Yeah,
that's what I said, because anytime I make a shield-like shape, my mind goes straight to Shaka Zulu because they were known for that shield.
That type of shield. But hey, you got to go into the water now. You might have to go to Atlantis and Lemuria or someplace. With this. This is powerful. That's beautiful. Look at Aquaman again and see what shield they had, and you laugh. You'll say, "Oh wow."
Never seen it.
You never seen it? You never seen that? Oh man, you got to see that stuff, man. That's where you get a lot of the lessons because they know that there's certain things happening underwater. That's why they're trying to tell half truths. They give you all of that stuff. And this piece here,
you saw that one already. That was
okay. Yeah, but the hand. I was talking about the hand because that was a working hand, right?
One of the ones you got to show is one of the scenic ones.
Oh, okay.
Get out of that right there. That's Get out of that.
Get out of that. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Keep going right there. Right
there. These. Yeah. Oh man, there it is. Wow.
Now these are 2 of 10.
2 of 10. What?
I want to make 10 of these scenic type pieces.
That's so beautiful.
This is a part of a series called Freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Freedom. Oh wow.
Yeah. Now there's the descriptions right there, but I'll just say real quick that
because they can't read. It's
it's a rifle running down, a Maroonian spirited man running down the hill, answering the calls of his people to revolt. And so fast forward to today, a lot of us, as you know, are of that Maroonian spirit and do answer the calls of their people.
We are, yes.
So that's homage to that. And you can see the mountains in the back and the fern. That's actually an Adinkra symbol, which I believe means resilience.
Yeah.
So it's a fern on a lot of these pieces. And then it's meant to make you feel like you're watching a movie. Go to the next one.
Okay. Hold on. That one right there? Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. So that
so I know what you're doing now. You say like you're flipping pages and let it walk, let the thing walk, like it look like it's walking, like it's a movie.
So that right. The first one right here, and that stone, that labradorite is like inspired this whole thing because that looks like the swamp and during the time of dawn where we would be running in the woods for our freedom. But if you look closely, you'll see these people running with their belongings.
Yes.
So, Underground Railroad.
Wade in the water, wade in the water, children.
First one was called The Call to Action, and that one's called Courageous Souls. So that's 2 of 10. But those ones I'm really proud of. And those ones.
Oh man, these are beautiful.
Yes. Right? That's the same stone labradorite. There's something about that stone really.
Yeah, look at that.
It's very watery, very emotional type of stone. It has a lot of depth to
it. So you don't go to the Crystal and Stone show in Arizona and none of that? You don't do nothing?
I went twice.
Okay, good.
Able to go recently, so I found some great stone dealers that took me a while to find. That I have 5 that I go to. No, I'm not going to share that information because it took me.
Of course.
If I tell you, I'm going to have to,
you got to do that. Oh, okay. Now look at this. Look at that. Look at how you dress this around. Now this is nice. This is how you put yourself in the middle. That's good.
Last year.
Now this is all your different pieces that you've made over the year.
What I did, I think 2022. I think that was some of my favorite pieces I did in that year. So this was like at the end of the year, like New Year's was the next day or that. I don't remember. I can't see the date.
Yo, man. Whew, girl, you got so much stuff. Family, again, let me put her stuff in the front. Let me put her IG up in the front here so you can go and really support her IG, her Cashapp, her Venmo, her email if you want to email her about anything. She's also on Facebook under that name, JaneenPStLouis. So you can hit her up at all those different apparatus. Her IG is her website. So you look at that. And you can email her and find out which one you want. Take a snapshot of it, what you want. Go through her IG and take a snapshot of it and send it to her and say, this is the one I like. And y'all can negotiate, call each other, whatever's going to happen. But this is where it's at when it comes to her jewelry. And she makes some beautiful pieces. I see it when I go over there all the time. It's her booth I'm hanging out with, or I'm over at or Brother Jeff, or I'm over by my man Jamil. So Brother Shabazz. So those are the people that I go by, or in the food court. I'm hanging in the food court. People where the food at. The vegan food, the vegetarian food, all of that stuff is in there. That's you got when you come out here, Kerry Ann, we got to take you to the Black Wall Street. I'm telling you, you got to see that.
Come before June.
Come before June. Yeah, come before June.
Yeah.
What's happening before June?
Well.
Don't say that. Don't put no energy on it.
I'm not. But
let's wait. If it don't, somebody might come through and help it out. Don't do that.
Yes. I may not be, I might be venturing out into more. I am going to be venturing out into more festivals and just different avenues to, just create some income.
Yes.
Right. That's it. That's
but also, I'd like to say that I respond faster through my IG. So if as far as people contacting me, it's my IG would be easier.
Okay.
Yes. You see the IG right there. Matter of fact, let me feature it in the front. Let me feature the IG. You say you respond better to the IG. So let me feature it right in the front by itself. Copy, mate. There it is. All right. There it is. Terrible English. Here. There it is. Terrible English. Cheerio. But yes, go to her IG. This is an IG page that you're seeing all this beautiful stuff. Look at this. Look at this. Now this is her.
I love the Jinyami. The Jinyami is so pretty. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, you want me? I'll take you right there next.
Oh, video because my shop is not set up.
This is our shop right there. This is one of your apprentices.
Yes.
Yes, and how old is another one of your apprentice?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, nice. They just banging away, boy. They look real serious.
Right, they're focused.
Look at the back wall. Look at the wall with Dr. Khaled and all the great warriors. And look at the Haitian revolutionary symbol on the top there.
I love it.
Oh, she got something going on. She got it going on. Yeah, I like this. This is what you're talking about.
The
Yep, she got all the symbols, the warrior symbols, and all of that going on in there.
I want the and I want the Jinyami.
Yeah, those are hand sought out. That style of ring is called a saddle ring. Very cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Now they're all gone, but I can make some more of those.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. What and do you have the range of how much it costs for people? You wait. Well, you can wait. Don't talk about it. Wait till they come to you. That don't make no sense. All right. Don't do that. Don't do all that. No, people don't need to do that. They don't do that as Zelles and all that. Don't do that. You gotta go there.
All right.
Yeah, you gotta go there. So look at this. Look at these. She got some great stuff, family. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this out here. Look at that.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Man, you get in a fight, you punch somebody in the top of their head with this one. It's over.
That is so pretty.
Slideshow of that. There's a ring that goes with that.
Oh yeah, there's a ring that goes with it.
Oh, that's not a ring? What is that?
That's a beautiful malachite.
Is it what is the jewelry?
It's the ankh.
No, it's a ring or a bracelet. It's a ring or a bracelet.
Sorry, that's a cuff bracelet. That's a cuff.
Okay.
Oh wow, that's a cuff bracelet. Okay.
Simon, if you hit that picture, it should go to the next picture within this post.
Okay, there it is. Oh wow.
Keep going.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's a whole.
Is so beautiful.
That is beautiful.
Keep going. There should be another.
Yeah. Oh wow, that was it. Yeah, that's the last one.
The ring should be in there somewhere. Anyway,
the ring should be in there somewhere. Maybe I skipped the ring. Maybe the ring. No, ring it. Let's jump around. Let's see what's next. So where this now? This is the front of. This is the front of. I wanted to show the front of your thing. Look at that. Yes. Oh, here's the brother that does all the hype over there at the new Black Wall Street. Yeah. Let's keep that moving. All righty. Look at the symbols. Look at the pictures. Look at Dr. Khaled. Look at Marcus Garvey. Look at Malcolm X. And is that who's the last one? It's kind of faint.
I can't even see it. So there should be Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey,
Khaled.
I think it's I can't even see.
You got Dr. Khaled, and what's the last one? You remember?
Steve Coakley? No.
Steve Coakley? Really? That'll be interesting if you got Steve Coakley up here. Let's see what's next. All right, you got close. I'm getting closer. Okay, I see Dr. Khaled, Marcus Garvey. This is nice. This is a pendant, right?
Yeah, I actually just made 7 more. So I have 7 more. I just finished. They look a little different than that one, but
so who is this one? This one. That looked like Dessalines. That's Dessalines. Or
yes, Dessalines.
Dessalines, yes. Now it came when it got closer. I could see Dessalines.
Yeah.
So okay, great. Yes, I'll start seeing my warriors now. I'm playing, and I see your toes all in it too. What's going on with the toes? What's going on with the toes?
A woman made it.
You selling the toes too? Yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Wow, that's nice. Look at the warrior symbol back there. 1804, son.
Yeah, woo! That's my maker's mark, which is of the Negma 1.
Yes.
In Haiti, which is a maroon or Maroonian spirit.
Haiti, yeah. I had a book called The Maroons of Haiti. Man, my aunt used to always talk about the Maroons of Jamaica, where we came from and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, and there's a whole maroon town. Look at this, look at this,
Those
look at
are
this.
Queen Mothers. This series, I swear, this pendant looks so different with the different stones I use. She looks beautiful. So this is like an ongoing series. Normally when I do a series, when it's gone, it's gone. I don't read back to visit it until. That's gorgeous. Look at that. Oof.
Right?
Girl,
That's
that
moss packet right there. Doesn't that look like sea moss? Or the coral?
Yeah, no, right? Step back, girls. Be like James Brown. Step back and kiss myself. Step back and kiss yourself, girl, just for doing this. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Like story on your finger.
Look at that. Yeah, look at this. Wow, look at this one.
That looks like
what it looks like.
Scene out of like Lord of the Rings or something. You know, like it looks like a quest with the misty forest that they're going within.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Mordor. What is it called?
Yeah. They're underway too. That's beautiful.
My favorite.
Lord have mercy. I want that piece that looked like me dancing. She said she wanted that piece that looked like her dancing. She said that a few minutes ago.
Who said that?
Go to the website. That she this is a sister named Agnes the poetess. She said she wants that piece that looked like her dancing. So but go to her IG and you'll see all of that, and then you could take a picture, snapshot of it, and then send it to her DM.
I want to say, because unfortunately I don't have a website, so it's hard to tell what's available. I do have some pieces left, but what you're seeing here is gone. And that stone, that's a beautiful Maligano jasper. So it's a gorgeous jasper. It has a lot of
look at this.
Yep.
Look at this.
Wow.
Man.
Look at that malachite.
Man.
Gorgeous. Malachite is such a beautiful stone.
Yes. Where copper is mined out of is that stone right there. So that stone
malachite,
copper.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow, that looked like a whole turtle back.
Some people said it was like an elephant.
Elephant. Okay, yeah, they see all kinds of angles from it. That's good. That's beautiful. Look at that. All right, family. Look, we 42 minutes after the 9 o'clock. We in almost 2 hours now. Look at this. Okay, wait, I gotta see this one. Let's look at. How about that? Huh?
If you go down a little bit.
Go down. This.
Keep going. When you start to see the Black Power fist, you start to see it. Keep going. That's a Black love couple. But so this here, keep going.
You said Black love couple. Which one? The baby?
No. I'm sorry. Right there, underneath.
This one here.
Yeah.
That's Black love couple. So.
Oh wow, gosh.
This series, you can see the man and the woman in there. That series.
Yes.
The first series I did after Hashim passed away. So that series actually is called Righteous Rage. So all those pieces you see when you scroll down with the fist, that's all part of the series. And that was to pay homage to Hashim. And also that no matter the battle, that the Black man and Black woman will always have a common purpose to be with. And our rage is always a righteous one, which is a phrase that Baba Baruti also
right.
I love that phrase. And so that's all paying homage to Hashim, and that was what got me through the healing, to help me start creating.
Right.
There he is. There's our brother. There's that little Zion. Look at little Zion. Look at him. Look just like him.
So cute.
Look just like him. My
He's
goodness.
older now.
Look at that. Look just like him.
Yeah.
That's him all day, every day.
Yeah.
Wow. And look at the Sankofa, right?
That is stunning.
That's a brooch.
That's a brooch. Yeah. Oh wow, that's a brooch.
That piece was commissioned, and it was in the Metals Museum in Tennessee.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And you made that.
I made that.
Oh, girl, I'm going to close
that. You did that.
You did that. Let's get that a round of applause. You did that. Exactly. You did that.
So beautiful. You are so talented.
Thank you once again.
Yes.
Any last questions, Kerry?
No.
Okay. Well, hey, I just want to make sure we exhaust everything. We got everything we needed, and we know it's much more. Wait for her book to come out. I don't know why she's playing. I always tell you, I know you need to write these books. You got a lot, boy. She knows. Always tell my sister. But I'm proud of your journey, sister. Again, go straight to the IG, but you can show some Cash App and Venmo love. Please, the Venmo and Cash App is right there at the bottom. You can email her for advice, or her next classes when she's going to actually put it online, or if you want to come to the person-to-person classes, she's also doing the classes. You could also DM her at IG also. She will answer that. Give her some time, because she is working, and she does have a son, and she does go to martial arts class, and she does do this and do that.
I don't do that.
What mommies do all the time. Moms and women do all the time.
But I'm not participating.
You're funny. Thank you very much. It was a roller coaster. I like the roller coaster ride we went on. And thank you.
It was well needed. I needed to get that up.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I hope he comes to you in your dreams tonight. Talk to you. Say thank you. Because if this ladybug came over here, I know something's going on. He covered it. Matter of fact, let me read the spiritual meaning of the ladybug real quick to everybody. Why? Because I just see this ladybug. I put it on my drum. I said, you know what? I'm not even going to shoo you. I'm just going to put you on my drum here, and you can go hang out. It says ladybug animal totems is also associated with transition and change. So if you're going through major career changes, you may find comfort in connecting with the ladybug. Also, it says ladybugs, good luck and protection. Ladybugs are often seen as symbols of good luck and protections, and are very symbolic. So, hey, I know we all going through some stuff. We just coming out of, her birthday just passed, my birthday and your birthday coming up. So
happy belated.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. and happy birthday. Her birthday is the 21st.
Oh,
yeah. And I keep forgetting my birthday's coming, because I think
I won't make you forget. That's for sure.
That's funny.
And, you know what I'm saying? So thank you very much for coming on. Let me see what the chat says. People are thanking you. All right. People talking about the ibis bird and all that kind of great story presentation. Sister, yes. Sister want that piece. She wants that piece. See, that sister want that piece. I'm just going back. I had to delete somebody because they looked like they was trolling. Like I said, look here, y'all get them trolls out of here, man. Yeah, peace and bliss. Okay, good. Thank y'all very much. Everybody that came on, thank y'all very much. And thank you for those that are going to be watching later on, whatever morning, noon, or night, whatever evening, because right now it could be morning time somewhere else. I got clients in Germany, and I mean, it's crazy. I'm loving it, boy. I'm really appreciative of all the things they're doing. Carrie Ann, want to make sure and thank you very much. But no, let's make her get off with a well-deserved round of applause. Thank you very much, Janeen, coming on. We love you, and give your boy a big old hug for me. All right. And make sure you burn a candle for Hashim, please. Burn a love candle for him today. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, sis. All right, let's give her a round of applause. Thank you. Oh, man, that was beautiful. Had a good old time. There we go. Woo. Man, there's so many love stories I was into today. From the Marley movie to this movie. Yeah. And just loving on ourselves. You know what I'm saying? How you feeling, darling?
Her story, it was so beautiful to get an inside experience, like that was so beautiful for her to share her heart with us. So deep gratitude.
Definitely deep gratitude, man. And it's a road, man. It is definitely a road, and you got to let it go, and you got to give yourself time to grieve and let it out. That's the truth. Got to give yourself time to grieve. I remember when my grandmother passed on, I think there was one all-nighter I had to do. It was all-nighter with grandma. So, and then she came to me in my dream and said, and put my head on her on her lap and said, "You're gonna be all right. Don't worry about it. You're gonna be all right." Jamaican, right? Hey, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? My beautiful sister, thank you very much, of course, for being the great you that you are on a Wednesday. And we know next week, Wednesday, well, let me say Sunday, I got Adara Moselle, the tantric shaman and healer and all that good stuff. Big up. She's been on my show before, so she's going to get it in. She was featured with Spice a couple months ago, so big up to Spice, the reggae artist. She was featured with her. Phil Valentine has this thing going on the 18th, so if y'all going to rebroadcast and go pay for that rebroadcast, go to his website, uksnow.com. This next Wednesday, we got this beautiful sister who you know, she lives out there in TO, right?
Yes.
LA Way. What a journey she's been through. She looked like she's been through some stuff. So big up to her, man. I'm glad, you know, she looked like she's been going through it, and I've been watching her on her Instagram, checking her out. She does poetry too, and she does music also. What else?
She's just an artist. She's a producer, director, a writer. She has 2 books that she has written about her journey, and yeah, she'll be sharing that with us. So exciting.
Good. You did send me her website, and I'm going to look through her material that you sent me. And on the 25th, Sunday, the 25th, I have Dr. Aleem Bey. I just got his book. Woo! It's a big, thick book. He's a certified master herbalist, natural health consultant, certified iridologist, and certified Reiki master. So, oh man. And if y'all in Atlanta for 2 days, woo, this is going to be awesome. Tickets are selling, and that's beautiful. You know, our people like to wait to the last minute. The early bird ticket of 25 ends on March the 1st. So you need to get your early bird tickets. If you want to come for the private all-day workshop, it's only 33 seats we're allowing in. And it is what it is. I'll tell people, I try to give people a tier system, Kerry-Ann, tier system. We start off less and we go up, giving people chances. You know what I'm saying?
That's the best way, so that everyone has an opportunity to experience. I love that.
Believe me, I wish I could do it for free. It's just that these venues are gone up from back in the day. We used to do free. I used to do free events, and back, and then all of a sudden venues that started charging enormous. And I wrote it in my book about the promoter's plight. It's in my book called Promoter's Plight, how venue owners will see you make a successful event after they just charge you a very little bribe. As soon as they see you do effects, they want to go up on the prices. Then they want to charge for chairs and seat and paint in the wall and pants on the wall and picture on the wall. They want to charge for everything. So it's what it is until I buy my own venue. I can do what I want. Well, when I get them 9 acres, boy, woo, y'all go see what King Simon do on those acres, because I have vision. And people without vision will perish. Note, my beautiful sister, thank you very much. You just sitting there like a little doll baby. Look at you, just like a little doll baby. Look like one of the little dolls.
A cherub. I'll take a cherub.
Cherub. Have a great evening. I know it's almost 10 o'clock at bedtime. Well, make sure you get yourself to bed.
Get this beauty sleep, y'all.
I'll get this beauty sleep. I'm going to get this mackin' sleep because I got to go. I ain't going to bed till 2 a.m. I got things to do. I'm practicing my voicing. So I'm audio taping and checking out how my cadence is for reading the book. So I'm just practicing that. I practice late at night because everything is quiet in the neighborhood. It's real quiet. You know, everybody is already quiet, but I need it really quiet if I'm going to do the recording. So, my dear, thank you very much. And give Kerry-Ann a well-deserved round of applause. Make sure y'all support my beautiful sister. Look at her right there. That's right. Go to her website at the Linktree. Kerry-Ann, thank you very much, Dollar. We'll talk, okay?
Okay. Have a good evening.
Bye. Love you. Peace and love. All right. Yeah, that's out there, Kerry-Ann. Make sure you support her. And don't forget the Jamaican retreat to Jamaica if you're part of the mental health and professionals and therapists and healers. And Dr. Layla Africa his wife has the holistic nutritional course, counseling course. My son got a nice recording studio, 3 recording studios, doing great work out there if you want to produce some great stuff, audio books or whatever you want to do. And boom, again, that was Kerry-Ann. Then we got Lloyd Strayhorn. Make sure you hit him up, 581-4401 or lloyd-strayhorn.com. Remember, the audiobook is coming out. So I've been practicing the reading every day. Then I record to see how it flows, see how it sounds. So I'm practicing before I really send it to the studios, because it looked like I'm going to do the recording here and then send it to my son's studio so he can mix it for what I need and make it happen. I get all my books through Amazon and or Kindle. A few of them on Kindle, but definitely all on Amazon. And you could go to my Linktree/KingSimonTheNumerovator. If you want to book a session with me, please text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. Remember, accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. And like my brother, Dr. B. Serious, who happens to be on Brother Rich's show right now. Dr. B. Serious is on Brother Rich's show right now. I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection. And I'm thankful for my life. And like Dr. Blair said, his birthday was celebrated heavily on the 13th. Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now. Family, have a great day, afternoon, or evening. We are out of here, and I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming up and enjoying this great thing that we did with the great Janeen St. Louis, Hashim Nzinga's widow. All right? Peace and love. Take care. Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.